For me, kayak fishing is simple. A boat, a paddle, a fishing rod, and unspoiled water. The fish are big. The chaos is beautiful. It's angling's addictive final frontier, and I'm hooked. I'm Drew Gregory, and this is Hooked on Wild Waters.
Drew Gregory's Hooked on Wild Waters is brought to you by Jackson Kayak. We make fun. GoPro. Be a hero with GoPro. Bending Branches. Pretty, smart paddles. And Yak Attack. Rigging the dream.
It's been another long journey, but we finally made it to Texas, almost to the border of Mexico. The last place you would think you would find water, right, is in the West Texas desert. That's exactly where the amazing and pristine Devils River is located. You can see here we're going to start at the Devils River State Natural Area, and that's about mile 15 on the river. And we're going to make our way down, camping on various islands, all the way, and eventually we're going to take out at mile marker 29. It's a super long trip, many days on the river. Right now, Jameson and Brooks are cramming everything they can in these kayaks to give us enough batteries for the camera guy, enough food, enough water. I mean, it's just a real challenge. The longer the journey, the better I like it, because that means the water is going to be even wilder and more remote. Believe it or not, in the desert here, we have a spring-fed river that's loaded with life. The smallmouth bass and the largemouth bass in here fight hard and are unlike any other place to catch them in the country. On this trip, I'm taking my good friend, Brooks Beatty, who's been with me through thick and thin, really, and been through a lot of crazy wild adventures. I hope you get the big fish of the trip, to be honest with you.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna do my best, man, and I got everything ready to go.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. The sun is high in the sky, the clouds have moved away, and we're gonna get on the river and see if we can't catch some. As we head down the river, you know, the sun is out, it's beautiful, but the wind really started to howl and pick up. Wow, look at that wind. This weather must be coming in. You can never believe the weather forecast. However, that can be good for a certain lure I like to use called the spinnerbait. All right. Could be a keeper, I don't know. It's gonna be close, 14 inches. Man, he hit it hard. 12 inches, gotta be 14 to keep. See you later, buddy. On the spinnerbait, so they're biting some different lures, which is good.
Oh, yep, there's a little smallmouth.
Nice.
Even these little guys are strong, man.
Yeah, they are. All these river fish, you know, they fight this current all day long. It's like, you know, being on a treadmill.
Not the big mama we're after, but it'll get it started. It's really got a cool kind of gold yellow tint to it. When Drew asked me to come along for the Devils River trip, I was beyond excited. I've been before once to help paddle the camera guy and just handle all the gear, and it was an amazing adventure, but I didn't get to fish at all. So this time I was super excited and couldn't wait to get down there.
And this is really clear. This is unreal. So this is definitely one of the biggest springs that feed the river. See the difference in how clear this water is. And here it is, just sort of coming right out of the ground. Look at all those fish go. Those are tilapia or something, they're blue. Look at them all go. You guys might scrape a little bit here. Part of what makes this trip so difficult is the fact that there's so much shallow water. You know, it's just a bunch of big deep pools separated by real shallow rapids and then another big deep pool. So you're often getting out of the kayak and portaging. Coming up is obstacle number 1. It is Dolan Falls, and it's the most hazardous obstacle on the trip.
You can hear it for sure. It's pretty mean. I've seen it once, and but it's beautiful and mean at the same time. So kind of like my ex-girlfriend. Don't air that.
We're gonna peel off in this eddy and investigate the situation. I think I can run this. Oh yeah, it's doable. It's just a big pool down below, so it's actually pretty safe.
I mean, it doesn't look that bad.
No, I mean, it's just a big deep pool, right? Yeah, not bad at all.
I was definitely busting Drew's chops. Don't tell him that, but this is not an easy task by any means. It's something not for a beginner. It's pretty serious, so I'm not going down it.
Sort of an adventure junkie in some ways, and when I saw this waterfall here a couple years ago, I kept dreaming about it, dreaming about possibly trying to run it. I didn't just start out, dropping waterfalls and rapids, and I'm still not even nearly as good as the Jackson Kayak whitewater team, but I get here today, I see it, I'm like, I gotta give it a shot, at least give it a shot. It's a real deep, big pool below it, fairly safe. It just wasn't meant to be on this trip.
Pat came down Dolan Falls a little beforehand just to scope everything out. Found a fish trapped in this this little hole here, which probably happened from high water, and it got down in there, and then the water dropped back down. It couldn't get out, so he's going to save the day here. Right on, brother. Little high five action right here.
Still alive through hazard number 1, but now we've got to catch some fish. Wouldn't mind having a few for dinner tonight, right, Lou? Just below the falls here, we've got some good fishing water for the next few miles, and let's see what we can do. All right. Oh yeah, it's a nice size. It's a keeper size. There she goes. Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right. It's a keeper size smallmouth, so we will definitely, probably right around 14, so might be able to keep this one here tonight. 14.5 inches. Who wants fish tonight? Looks like a largemouth to me. Oh yeah.
And so now you've seen that work.
There we go. Oh yeah, 3-pounder. 3.5 pounder probably. Nice. It's late in the day. We're almost to our campsite. We still have to go through the rapids. And sure enough, we got this nice, healthy, fat Devil's River fish. And you know what? Just in time for dinner.
Day didn't really go as I'd hoped, kind of bumming me out some. I did catch the first fish, a little smallmouth on a crankbait, so I thought it was gonna, really be in my favor that day. I sorted something out really quick, but turns out it wasn't the case. Really disappointed in how the day turned out.
As the light started to fade, I caught a nice largemouth right above our next big obstacle, which is pretty much above our campsite, 3-tier falls. In front of us is a pretty good sized rapid. It's probably like a class 2. Not too bad really, but anything can happen on any rapid, so we're gonna batten down the hatches the best we can. Sometimes your rods will get snagged on some of this river cane, so you gotta make sure they're all, tucked in tight, stowed away. It's all about taking the right line. If I can do it, I'll be all right. Woo! There we go. Now that's some wild water right there. Woo! We We made it down 3-tier rapid. It's one of the hazards that gets a lot of people here on the Devil's River. You know, I like a little drama, I like some action, but I still like to stay safe and not have any blood on me, so good job, guys, nice work. Wild water trip continues. On to the campsite.
So it was a short paddle from 3-tier falls to the campsite. The fish that I missed was still kind of weighing on my mind. And as a fisherman, you always want to land everything. You want to be part of the catch that we ate that night. As we're getting to camp and setting up and starting to eat dinner, I'm looking at the stringer of fish we're eating, and I realize none of them are mine. Kind of bumming me out some.
But not a cheers to the
But as we start eating and talking and looking at the stars at night and admiring all the beauty that's here, I come to realize it's about the adventure and the camaraderie and just this once-in-a-lifetime trip, and it's not always about catching the fish.
Oh yeah, pushing that roller that I'm talking about there. This is how it's done. I love nice restaurants and I love city life, but there's something about catching your dinner from beginning to end and eating over a campfire. It just tastes even better than the best 5-star restaurant. Oh yeah. After we survived 3-tier last night, this morning Brooks gets up and after missing several big fish yesterday, catches this huge largemouth bass right off the campsite. Look at the head on this thing. Look what can fit in that mouth. Obviously your big bait fit in the mouth, but, and it can eat anything, lizards, snakes, other large fish, crayfish, a small child, whatever.
Well, I woke up and it was overcast and saw one boil and was like, all right, time to redeem myself, and got there, made the first cast, hit the bank across the way, and on the way back in got a bite, but he missed it, did it 2 more times, and finally landed this beauty.
Finally broke down camp and the wind is just picking up more and more and more. I think it helps the bite, really, especially in clear water conditions like this. So maybe it's gonna be good for fishing, but not so much the paddling. It could be a tough day. Nice. Yee-hoo!
This wind's, it's pretty indescribable. As you can see right now, I'm not even doing anything, going upstream, wind's turning, it's blowing, I don't know, 15, 20 mile an hour gust easy. And just making it hard to make accurate casts and keep the bait where you want it, keep the boat where you want it. It's challenge times 10 for sure.
I've fished in a lot of wind, I've been to a lot of wild places, and I've never seen wind this strong. We're literally better off if we would have put in at our takeout and gone upstream the entire trip. And I wish I was exaggerating, believe me, I really wish I was, because this is not fun.
It's brutal and relentless.
Sometimes I wonder why I even do this, but then next thing you know, I catch some big fish, and then I quickly remember why.
Man, I about had enough.
Oh, Brooks, fish on, big fish. Oh my God, it's a smallmouth, it's huge. Oh, stay on, please stay on. It's at least 20 inches, dude, might be bigger. Come on, got her. Woo! All right, look at that, Lou. This is what we came for right here. Trophy-sized smallmouth. Oh man, these fight so much harder than largemouth.
Good smallmouth here, man. Oh, this is such redemption. I gotta get this guy in. Oh, goodness.
Stay on, stay on. Woo! Yes, nice, Brooks.
Oh yeah, I needed that guy.
There's one. Oh God, big largemouth. Oh. This is the one that's gonna redeem all the other fish I've lost all trip. Woo, got her. Woo! Ha-ha!
Right on, man. Nice.
This is why we come to the Devil's River, and this is why we're hooked on wild waters right here.
Sir.
Oh man, this is a gorgeous fish. To finally land this fish after dragging, wind, rain, all kinds of weather. I mean, this has really been a worthwhile trip. I can't wait to get back on the Devil's River again. If you're an advanced kayak angler, this is a trip you gotta put on your list.
Drew Gregory's Hooked on Wild Waters has been brought to you by Jackson Kayak. We make fun. GoPro. Be a hero with GoPro. Bending Branches. Pretty, smart paddles. And Yak Attack. Rigging the dream.